Okay, so let me just show you around your desktop here a little bit. We're on our virtual desktop, and I know I'm on my desktop because I changed it to look like this. You can do whatever you want. I do have quite a few additional icons that you might not have, but let me show you the main ones that you'll be needing. WinTotal, of course, is the main one. This is how you get into the WinTotal program. Previously, what many of you used was Aurora. We're using Total. You've got all of the Windows Office products such as Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Publisher, and so on. So you have all those. Dropbox, this is a program you're going to be using to move your photographs around from your local machine up to your virtual machine. Of course, ValueLink is the tracking system which controls the flow of jobs in respect to us billing out the clients and you getting paid. So this is important to utilize and update frequently. So those are the main icons that you'd be interested in down there. Of course, if there's a particular icon that you want to use more than often, you can move it down here to the quick launch button. So, you know, I've got Google Chrome down here, my email, which then comes up over here on my second screen. This is Smart. We're going to talk about 1004 MC programs in a minute. This is Snagit. If any of you haven't used Snagit before, it's a fantastic program. You just simply launch it, and what will happen is it'll come up over here in a little sort of hidden. See the little red dot right here? And you just make sure that it's a camera and not a video, and you click on the camera right there when you've got something on your screen that you want to capture. So now you see the crosshairs, and I'm coming up here, and then I left click and drag to there and let go, and now I've grabbed it, and now I can annotate it any way I want with all of this, and then I can copy it to my clipboard to put into my appraisal, email it, what have you. So play around with it. It's an awesome tool. I use it many times every day. Now, we were talking when I left off in the last video about our appraisal desktop, and these are the review folders. Here's the in progress folder, which shows all the jobs that are currently going. Here are your template folders where you'll be storing your templates, and then down here are the archive folders where you'll be seeing where you'll be storing your folders as you get them complete. So you'll be moving the jobs there. Now, let's do something else. Since this isn't loading very quickly, you're going to obviously need to do this from time to time, regardless of where you are. You want to look for a file, right? So I'm looking for 10450 Stanton, and as you know, you don't have to type the whole thing out, and then you hit enter. Here's a big difference between Aurora and Total. What Aurora does is what Total does is it looks in the folder that you're in. So if you're in progress, it'll look in progress. If you're down here in an archive folder, it'll look in that folder. I guess some programmer thought that would be beneficial than having to search the entire database like Aurora did. I don't particularly like it, but there's not a way that I've found to change it yet. So what would happen here when I hit enter is it would search the folder that I'm in, and if it's in there, it'll find it. If not, it'll come up with a message down here to search again. So in this case, it did find what I was looking for, but let's say I want to find the one I did last year, okay? So what I would want to do is come down and hit this try search in all folders right there. So I hit that, and now it's going out and it's searching all of the folders, okay? And it'll come back in a minute and display all the results. In this case, there was only the one result. So as a brief introduction to Total, you know, everything's relatively similar to Aurora. You can create a new file. 99.9% of the time, you will never create a new file. There may be a situation where you got knee-deep into a job and they changed their mind that all of a sudden they wanted it as is and subject to. We're not going to necessarily create another job number for that. So you can hit new and then merge it with your existing job and then just title it, 10505000411A or something. And that way you'll have two separate files, and if ever you needed to go back to those files, you have one that's as is. You might even want to label this, as is or subject to. You've got a lot of room here in the file number to do what you want and be descriptive. So that's generally our policy. If something evolves during the process and you need another version, again, it's only a very, very rare instance. Now, if you get out there and they end up having two houses, or he says, hey, I want to have my house next door appraised, well, then we'll set up a new folder and there'll be a new job and they'll be separated. So here's the in progress folder, and they are sorted. Well, you can sort them any way you want to. I sort mine by appraiser name, and that way it will show me a list of all the reports open right now, and I'll be able to scroll down to my name and find the job. We'll have another video to show you and instructions on how to set up this area in here. You can have whatever columns you want. You can have them in whatever order you want, and so on. So there'll be a recommended way, the way that I do it, and then you can take it from there and change it. So again, finding that file that we were looking for, and then you would simply open it, and then you would merge it.